Suspected fans of Dilireba posted a long post, hoping she could cherish her feathers and truly become a good actress. A few days ago, a suspected fan of Dilireba posted a long message, hoping that Dilireba can cherish her feathers and truly become a good actor. Subsequently, many fans of Dilireba forwarded it and expressed their feelings to Dilireba herself. It is suspected that a fan of Dilireba posted a post, and it seems that it was posted by a fan. If a passerby analyzes it for him, he will not praise her for her acting skills. Only fans will analyze the pros and cons of each work. In fact, some of the content written is quite objective. What I disagree with is that the more works, the better. In fact, an actor needs to maintain a certain sense of mystery. She should not be overexposed, which can easily form stereotypes and is not conducive to character creation. Maybe she is consciously reducing her appearance. Maybe she has this consideration, but there is one thing to say, her acting skills are not very good. No! When I show up, I hope I am practicing my acting skills. This is the right way. How should I put it? She probably doesn't want to just follow the traffic route now. She wants to break through, but she has been unable to break through. She took on the so-called main drama, but the effects was not very good. Posted by a suspected fan of Dilireba. In fact, I really feel that she has acted in a lot of dramas, but her word-of-mouth traffic this year is not very good, and the scenes of You Are My Glory and 3 Lives 3 Worlds 10 Miles of Peach Blossom are huge. I don't know how to look old, and the makeup is hard to describe. The Legend of An and Gongjun were originally thought to be big splashes, but they ended up being flops. It's really hard to compare them to dramas from the same period. How should I put it? She now gives people the feeling that she is going to be a baby, killing everyone on the red carpet, but the drama is not good. Looking at Hua Xiao, I can feel that this sister is a very sensitive person as mentioned in the picture. I really don't understand whether the actor's right to speak is really low, because I have seen the look of An Lichuan and it is really difficult to describe in words. I have watched some of her dramas and variety shows, and I always feel that her appearance becomes more lively as she becomes more familiar with the variety shows. To be honest, if you are really a fan, you should let her be happy. She will be even more tired after seamlessly joining the group. Slow down and polish her acting skills. While working slowly and carefully, she can also have a better life. This is also a way. Reba always gives people the feeling that she is holding on all the time. I am afraid that she will not be able to hold on for a breath, and she will look like she is smiling and depressed. The second half of this year is a little better. There was a period from 19 to 22, and she occasionally got interviews. I feel like she is in a very numb mental state. Suspected fans of Reba posted a post. The reason is that fans of Dilireba are opposed to her cooperation with Chen Zhaoyan and the Legend of King Guiyang. Let's talk about Owl Rises from the Green Soil first. For most of Wei Ayu's books, I feel that as long as the heroine is solid and the hero doesn't stand out, they'll be fine. But in King Guiyang, the hero's wife is more important than the hero's family. This story is tragic, weird and wonderful. The male protagonist's family was originally a very happy family of 4. The father made money and was down to earth, and the mother was gentle and kind. Then when my father was mining, he discovered a strange woman. He was immediately controlled and taught the woman how to read and write. Later, he took the woman home as a nanny. The woman quickly took control of the entire family. The male protagonist's mother sensed something was wrong and took advantage of his father's moment of clarity to take the whole family to escape. As a result, they all got on the train. Indirectly because the male protagonist failed to leave, the male protagonist's father began to lose consciousness again. It is unclear, but my mother later became a vegetative state after fighting with women, and my sister also disappeared. Then the male protagonist was raised by this woman, and has a very weak impression of his parents. He only remembers that he seems to have a younger sister, but every time the woman talks about it, she gets hysterical and says things that are absolutely not true. Later, the male protagonist gradually stops caring about her mentioned. Later, the male protagonist's father was already crazy and stupid. Before he died, he sobered up for a moment and told the male protagonist to find his sister. The male protagonist got his mother's diary and suddenly realized that the woman who raised him had killed their whole family. On one side is the woman who raised him, and on the other side are his biological parents who have no memory. The male protagonist chose to lie dormant next to the woman, looking for traces of his sister bit by bit. That woman is not just a bad person, she is a monster that specializes in feeding on humans, and at this time there are many of her own race around her, and these same race also regard the male protagonist as one of their own. but they can eat him at any time. It is in this situation that the story begins. What kind of person do you think the male lead should be? At the very least, he must be 30 years old, a mature man who has a certain amount of life experience, has won awards for his acting skills, and has been in dramas. Otherwise, if nothing else, a single life experience is not enough.